Good morning, friend. The day opens gently over your kitchen table, a warm cup in your hands, your phone resting beside a small stack of mail. I'm glad you're here. At EverWell USA, our mission is steady and simple: better health and deeper dignity in the years that matter most. We keep that promise with calm stories you can feel and small actions you can try today. If this company brings you a little peace, please like, subscribe, and share so a neighbor can find their way here too. You are not alone. We are right here with you, one quiet breath at a time. And this morning, that breath carries a simple idea with big power. What if I told you the fastest lifesaver in your house isn't a pill or a machine? It's 2 names in your phone and a single page in your wallet. Not someday, not if you buy a new device, but today. In a true emergency, seconds feel loud and hands can shake. Your voice may be tired, or you might not be able to speak at all. Yet help can still reach the people who love you, and doctors can still learn what they need to keep you safe if your phone and your pocket already know what to say. One gentle note before we begin: this video is educational. We don't diagnose or prescribe. Your choices about tests and treatments belong with your clinician who knows your story. What we build together is readiness, clear information in the right place, so care moves faster when minutes matter. Picture an ordinary morning. You tear the little tab on a carton of milk, the fridge hums, sunlight touches the door where family photos lean under magnets, your phone lights up on the table. This is our scene. You open your contacts and think about the 2 people you would want a first responder to call if you were hurt or suddenly confused. A spouse or partner, a daughter or son, a neighbor who actually answers, a friend who knows your building code or how to reach your doctor. You give each of them a clear label, ICE, in case of emergency, so their names rise to the top when a paramedic looks. On many phones, you can add these names to the emergency section, so they appear even on the lock screen. You don't need to be a tech expert. A grandchild can help you, a pharmacy clerk can show you, or you can take an extra minute to tap through the settings slowly. What matters is simple. If you cannot speak, your phone still can. Now, shift your attention to the small page that lives in your wallet. Imagine it as a friendly doorway for the people who will care for you on a hard day. It carries the kind of facts that save time and prevent mistakes, your full name and birthday so they know they have the right person, the conditions that matter most for treatment, written in plain words like high blood pressure, diabetes, atrial fibrillation, stroke in 2022, the medicines you take now, and anything you cannot take because of allergy or bad reaction, the name of your main clinician and pharmacy, and the phone numbers of those same ICE contacts you just saved. One page, easy to read, printed large enough that tired eyes can see. You are not writing your life story. You are building a clean map for a stranger who wants to help you quickly and safely. You may feel a small resistance here, an old habit that says, I'll do this later, or a worry that it's somehow inviting trouble to the door. I hear that. Many of us were taught to not be a bother and to keep our needs quiet. But this is not about asking for special treatment. It's about giving the people who show up for you the tools they need to do their job well. Think of it like leaving a porch light on for a friend. You are making the path clear. A simple human picture can help this land. Imagine you're at the park with a neighbor. You sit down to rest, and your words suddenly feel tangled. Your neighbor calls 911. The responders arrive with calm faces and capable hands. One looks at your phone's emergency info and sees 2 names labeled ICE. Another checks your wallet and finds your 1-page card with your allergies and the medicines you actually take. They do not have to guess. They do not have to search your kitchen drawers or call every number that looks familiar. They call the right person. They avoid the drug you cannot tolerate. They tell the hospital exactly what to expect, all because you did a 5-minute kindness on a quiet morning. If you live alone, you're not left out. Your phone's emergency screen can still list your ICE contacts and your medical notes. Your wallet can still carry the page that speaks for you. You can tape a simple card on the fridge, address in big letters, your main conditions, your allergens, so help inside your home can see what matters at a glance. None of this asks you to become someone else. It asks you to take what you already know about your life and place it where it can be found. There is tenderness in this work. Maybe you've walked through care that felt rushed or confusing. Maybe you've repeated the same list of medicines to 3 different people on the same day and gone to bed exhausted. Today, we put some of that weight down. Readiness is a gift to your future self and a kindness to the people who love you. It is also a form of dignity. You deserve to be known quickly and correctly when the room is noisy. Before we close, part one, let's turn the idea into action while the kitchen is still quiet. Pick up your phone and add 2 people as ice contacts right now. People who answer, people who know you. Type their names in a way a stranger will understand, with a relationship word if that helps. Then take 1 sheet of paper and write a clean 1-page card for your wallet. Your name and birth date, your key conditions in simple words, your current medicines, any allergies or bad reactions, your clinician and pharmacy. The same 2 ice numbers. Fold the page once and slide it behind your ID. If you can, take a photo of the page and save it in your phone, too. That's it. 2 names and 1 page. You just made help faster, care safer, and the road ahead a little calmer. The afternoon slows the way a kind hand settles on a shoulder. The television is off, the house is warm with quiet, and your phone sits beside a pen that writes on the first try. This is a good hour to turn a useful idea into something your hands can find without thinking. You pick up the 1-page card you started this morning and look at it the way a stranger would. Is it clear? Is it big enough to read? Does it tell the truth quickly? You write your full name and birthday in letters a little larger than usual so tired eyes won't have to squint. You keep the list simple and plain conditions that matter for treatment in everyday words. Medicines written exactly as they appear on the bottle, and allergies with the reaction in a few honest words so no one confuses a mild upset with a dangerous response. You add the name of your main clinician and your pharmacy, not the whole history of your care, just the front door a helper should knock on first. At the top corner, you write, last updated. And today's date, a small promise to your future self that you will keep this page living and true. Your phone wakes up at a touch, and you open the contacts the way you've done 1,000 times. You look at the 2 names you labeled this morning, ice, in case of emergency, and you make them even clearer. You add a word that tells a stranger who they are to you. Daughter Maya, ice. Neighbor Luis, ice. You check that each number actually rings a phone that gets answered, not a voicemail that sleeps through afternoons. Then you do a tiny rehearsal. You lock the screen and practice finding your emergency information without a passcode. You tap through the emergency or medical ID screen slowly, exactly as a first responder would at your kitchen table. If anything feels hidden, you fix it now. Not on a loud day, you're not trying to be a technician, you're setting a porch light. A simple, everyday scene anchors the lesson. You imagine your sister visiting while you peel oranges at the counter. You hand her your phone and say, pretend you're helping me and I'm too tired to talk. She finds the emergency screen and within a breath, your ice names bloom on the glass. She reads the 1-page card you've laid beside your wallet and nods at the parts that matter most. Conditions, medicines, allergies, who to call. You both feel the small relief of a plan that fits in the palm of a hand. You take a photo of the page and favorite it in your phone so it lives in 2 places, paper for the pocket, picture for the screen. If your eyes like bold lines, you make a high contrast copy in thick, dark ink. If printers are not your friends today, you write the page by hand, neat and large. The point is not pretty. The point is findable. A memory arrives of the time you were asked to repeat your medicine list 3 times in one afternoon and felt your patience thin to a thread. You forgive that day and thank it for bringing you to this one. You realize how many people you are helping by doing this small work now. The EMT who will touch your phone with careful hands, the nurse who will read your card under fluorescent lights, the clinician who will make safer choices because you've given them the right map. Readiness doesn't predict trouble. It prevents confusion. It turns a room full of strangers into a team. You keep tenderness in the room because dignity belongs here. You are not reducing your life to a list. You are raising your voice on a day when your mouth may be quiet. You are writing the first best paragraph of your story for people who want to treat you quickly and well. If you live alone, you are not left out. Your fridge can hold a copy of the card at eye level where helpers naturally look. Your phone can show your emergency contacts without unlocking. A neighbor who checks on you can know where the card lives, a wallet pocket, the slot behind your ID, the little zipper section you never use. If you carry a cane or walk with a careful step, none of this burdens you. It frees you from long, exhausting questions when sitting is all you can manage. You make one last pass for clarity the way you'd smooth a bedsheet before sleep. You remove extra words that don't help a medic act. You keep the names of the 2 people who will pick up the phone first, not the whole family tree. You make space between lines so the eyes can rest. You breathe. The page looks calm now, and that calm is contagious. Before this part closes, do a 60-second drill that seals the habit. Set a timer, lock your phone, and pretend you are the helper. From the lock screen, find the emergency info and say out loud the first ice name it shows you. Then pick up your wallet, pull out your one-page card, and read the first 3 lines, your name and birthday, your key conditions, your allergies. Slip the page behind your ID, favorite the photo of it on your phone, and add today's date at the top. When the timer rings, you'll have something real in your pocket and on your screen, ready to speak for you on a day when silence would otherwise slow everything down. Early evening settles over the house the way a calm hand settles on a shoulder. You call your daughter to ask about her day and end up laughing about the dog stealing a sock. It is an ordinary moment, and that's exactly why it's perfect. Readiness works best when nothing is wrong. You tell her you did a small project this morning and ask if she'll help you test it. She says yes before you finish the sentence. You lock your phone and hold it up. She talks you through opening the emergency screen from the lock without a passcode, the same way a paramedic would. Your 2 ice names appear in clear letters, and you read the first one aloud as if you were the helper. You both feel something unclench. Then you slide the one-page card from your wallet and read the top 3 lines in a steady voice, your name and birthday, the conditions that matter, the allergy you don't want anyone to miss. It feels almost too simple, like checking that a porch light turns on, but simple is the point. On a loud day, simple survives. After the call, you stand at the kitchen counter with a pen and a quiet purpose. You add one small detail that makes tomorrow kinder, the date at the top of the page so you'll know when it needs refreshing, and a line for your clinician's name if the practice ever changes. You hold the card at arm's length to make sure tired eyes could read it. You take a quick photo and favorite it in your phone so it lives both on paper and on glass. You return the card to the slot behind your ID where your fingers can find it without looking. The act takes a minute and leaves a long echo of relief. A memory drifts in of the time you were asked for your medicines 3 times in one afternoon and felt your patience wear thin. You forgive that day and thank it for nudging you here. You picture a different version of the same afternoon. A first responder reaches your phone and sees the ice names right away. A nurse opens your wallet and finds the page that speaks for you in plain words. A clinician makes a safer choice because you've given them the map. You realize this isn't about being perfect. It's about being findable. You think about privacy and balance the way you balance spices in a stew. You don't need to list every ache and story. You list what guides care. The diagnoses that change decisions, the medicines you take now, the allergies that matter, the people who can answer questions fast and well. If you live alone, you place a clean copy on the fridge where eyes naturally go, not to display your life, but to give help a front door. If a neighbor checks on you, you show them the pocket where the page lives, not to burden them, but to let them be useful in the minute when usefulness counts most. This is not asking for special treatment. It is leaving the light on. A small life anchor arrives without you planning it. Your friend Luis stops by with a bag of lemons and you invite him in for 5 minutes. He sets the bag down and you say, "Humor me if I were too tired to talk. Could you find who to call?" He smiles, takes your phone, and from the lock screen, finds the emergency section. He reads your ice name and says it back to you. He taps the other and nods. You hand him your wallet and he pulls the page from behind your ID, glances, and says, "Got it." You don't make a speech, you just feel the room relax a notch, as if the house itself approved. The evening grows quieter and you hear that old careful voice that kept you polite for years. "Don't make a fuss," it says. You answer with something gentler and truer. "This isn't a fuss. It's a favor to the people who love me, and to the strangers who might have to help me." Then you make a tiny rehearsal of your own. You put the phone face down, close your eyes, and reach for the card in your wallet as if the lights were out. Your fingers find it on the first try. You open your eyes and feel a small, earned pride. Readiness has moved from an idea into your hands. Keep wisdom beside you, because courage and care walk together. If sudden, crushing chest pain appears, if breath becomes hard, if new weakness or confusion arrives like a stranger at the door, you will not waste a minute hunting for perfect words. You will call for help and let the page and the phone do their quiet work while trained hands make decisions. Most days will not ask for that. Most days will simply ask you to keep your tools in reach and your information calm and clear. Before this part closes, leave one action that seals the habit while the room is still friendly. Send a 10-word text to your 2 ICE contacts. You are my emergency contact. Please answer if paramedics call. Walk to the fridge and tape a clear copy of your one-page card at eye level. Then lock your phone and, from the lock screen, practice opening the emergency section once more until the motion feels as familiar as reaching for a light switch. That's all. 2 messages, 1 page, 1 small rehearsal. You just made it easier for help to find you and kinder for care to begin. Night settles over the house the way a soft blanket settles over tired shoulders. The lamp throws a warm circle on the table. Your phone hums once as it finds the charger. You set your wallet beside it and feel, for the first time in a long time, that the quiet isn't empty, it's prepared. Readiness has a sound to it, like the click of a seatbelt before the road begins. You take the one-page card from behind your ID and read the first 3 lines just to hear them in your own voice. Your name, your birthday, the conditions that matter. You glance at the last updated date and add today with a slow, clear hand. Not because anything changed tonight, but because you are promising your future self to keep this page alive. A neighbor texts to say she loved the lemons you shared yesterday. You tell her you have a favor to ask at some point. If a first responder ever knocks on your door while you're too tired to talk, show them the card in your wallet slot and the copy on your fridge. She replies with a thumbs up and the kind of simple yes that makes shoulders drop. You feel the house exhale with you. This isn't drama, it's a porch light. Your mind drifts to the way care felt on the hardest days. Repeating the same list of medicines 3 times, spelling a last name while a clock ticked too loudly, the fatigue of it still lives in your body. Then you picture a different ending. A paramedic swipes to your phone's emergency screen and sees 2 ice names that answer. A nurse lifts the one-page card and reads the allergies you can't risk, the medicines you actually take, the number for the clinician who knows your story. A small, dangerous confusion never gets a chance to start, all because you placed the right words where hands could find them. If you live alone, you're still held by this plan. The card on the fridge sits where any helper looks first. A neighbor knows the pocket where the wallet page lives. Your phone shows exactly who to call even when it's locked. The routine is not fancy, and that is its power. Phone, wallet, fridge, 3 ordinary doors that open quickly in a noisy minute. You leave 1 more breadcrumb for the you who wakes up tomorrow. You fold a blank copy of the card and tuck it near your stamp so edits are easy when a medicine changes. You add a gentle reminder to your calendar a month from now that says simply, check Ice Plus card. You look around the room and feel a quiet satisfaction that doesn't need witnesses. You didn't make yourself invincible, you made yourself knowable. That is a form of safety no siren can give you. Before you turn out the light, do one last, loving rehearsal. Lock your phone and, from the lock screen, open the emergency info without thinking. Say the first ice name aloud. Reach for your wallet and find the card with your eyes closed. Touch the fridge copy and imagine the swift hands that might use it. Then breathe, turn off the lamp, and let the house keep watch. If this helped you tonight, tell 1 person you love and invite them to set up their 2 names in 1 page. Preparedness spreads the way. Kindness does, quietly. From kitchen to kitchen, light to light. Before we say goodnight, here's what we built together. Piece by steady piece. Your phone can speak when you cannot. 2 contacts labeled clearly as ice sit where first responders can see them from the lock screen, and you've practiced opening that screen without a passcode. Your wallet carries a single readable page, your name and birthday, the conditions that guide care, the medicines you actually take, any allergies that matter, and the clinician and pharmacy who know you dated so it stays alive and true. A copy on the fridge gives helpers a front door inside your home, and a trusted neighbor knows where the card lives. None of this invites trouble. It prevents confusion. It turns strangers into a team and minutes into care instead of questions. If your medicines or clinicians change, you refresh the page. If your life is quiet, you still keep the porch light on. Most of all, you've given your future self dignity. To be known quickly and correctly when the room is loud. If you try one thing right now, let it be this: add 2 ice names to your phone and slide a clean 1-page card behind your ID. Thank you for spending this time with EverWell USA. Like, subscribe, and share so a neighbor can carry this calm into their own home.